Welcome Tech Brothers. In this video we are going to look into the different features of a query window in Fabric Warehouse. So here we are in the workspaces, and then I'm choosing a sales workspace. Under the sales workspace I have different folders, and one of them called the warehouse, and this is my warehouse. Let's click on that one, and it's going to open this window for you. Now what we are going to talk about is this part, new query window. So once we click right there, it's going to open a window right here, and then you can do a lot of things here. So first of all, you can write your query here. So think we have different schemas, and one of the schema is DBO, and I'm going to extract some records from table. So I will write select query, select extract mean. I want to select everything from customer DW. So comma here dbo.customer DW. So this is one way to write the query here, and then we can run, and then we are going to see the results right here. Now other way to run the select query, or starting the query window, you can always open a new window and write it there, or you can go to the table here and then go new SQL query, and once you click there, it is giving you 3-4 options. So it's giving you option select top 100 rows, create a table, or a table as select, drop table, and drop and create. So let's select top 100 rows, and now I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to just remove this part, and we will be selecting everything from this table. So we have 4 records. Now let's take a look what exactly we can do. First of all, in this window we have run option, so that you can execute the query. So anytime you have the query you can want to run, you can just simply hit run. Second, you have save as view. So if I want to create the view out of this, I can create a view. So for that one, I have to select the query first, and then save as view. Once I do that, it opens this wizard and asks me a few questions. So it asks me the schema name in which I would like to create the view. Let's say DBO schema is fine, and I will call this one VW my customer DW. That's the view name I would like to give. So you see right there, it's creating the definition and say create view. That's the name of DBO right here, and that's the name of a view. As then we have a select query here. We can copy to the clipboard, make some changes if you want, or we hit OK, and it's going to go ahead and create us a view. Let's go to the views tab here and take a look on the views. So here is our view. We can always go ahead and here and say new SQL query again, and then select top 100. So again, with the view you have create, alter, drop and create. So let's run this query here. Now we are selecting the data from our view, and you see that that's the output of this query, that's selecting data from our view right here. Okay, let's close that one, go to the very first window that we had it here. And if you notice that I'm opening many windows here, so that's fine. I can open all those different windows and work on them. Now another feature I could have actually, let me show you. Let's say if I have opened multiple windows, I can switch between those different windows. Now these are different windows right here, so you can go to this tab and click right there. So close all tabs, or you can switch. The one which is selected is kind of marked as green here. Then I can select other one, and you can see right there now this one is highlighted. If I go back here, I can click this one and this will be highlighted. So from the name of the query window you can see right there, and that's exactly it is showing you. So that's fine. If you are not interested to go to this tab, you can always go right here and then click on the one that you would like to work with. And then finally, if you would like to close, you can simply keep closing one after one. Now this is our query, and I want to explore some more features. So here in the we have messages, so that tells you every time we execute our query, it tells you like how many records are affected. So in this case only 4 rows were returned, so it is shown us that's information. Also it shows you the query time execution, and then you have other information as well. So if you do update, delete, insert, you're gonna see those rows affected here. Then you can go to the results here and then see the results. In the results tab, you have this different options here. You can search in the results tab. So let's say if I want to search, as of now I have only 4 records, but think if I'm searching for Amir. So if I will type Amir, it's going to filter the record according to the wherever it find Amir. and I can delete that. So this search is pretty much entire across entire results. So this is not for the just one row and all that. So if I will put 80 here, it did not ask me which column the 80 value should be there. It is finding me all the values there. So that will work great as well. We have some more options here, so let's select our query, and once we select our query, you are going to click right there, save as a table. So I want to create a new table depending upon the results that my query has produced. Now I can select the schema here, then I will select the name of my table. So in this case I'm going to say my new table, and for demo. Okay, so now you see that it is in create table name as, and then it is using the select query to put those results into this table. So hit OK, and now it's gonna be get it done, and then we can go refresh, and we should see our table right here, and this is where you can see the results. So now if I will go ahead and just run the select query on this table, and you can see the results. Let's go back here and see what other options we have. So sometime if you have not selected the query and you try to hit on these icons, it will throw you error. To open the Excel, select the text of one select statement in your query and try again. That means we have to select this, highlight this or select this query, and then click on this icon. So now it is asking me, hey, this is my query, and what you want to do, I want to save this results as Excel. So hit continue, and it has a downloaded Excel file for me. I do not have Excel installed on my computer, so I'm not really going to open that Excel for you, but you understand the purpose of this tab. Now let's go ahead and take a look on some other parts. So it's called Explore the Data Preview. It's in preview, and view the full current results graphically. So click right there, and it's going to explore SQL query results. Now once it has it, you can select different columns, and also add filters and create kind of graphical reports. This has taken a long time to create that, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this and retry again. So let me run this query one more time, and I want to refresh this whole thing, and click right there, and now it is coming just fine. So in this case, if it is taking a long time, just close it and reopen, and it should work. I have faced some difficulties with this. So now I'm going to click on country right here, and you see that it is going to add a country here. I have data only for US, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the first name. So you see that we have USA here, and then we have our data for our first name. Also, I'm going to add some total spend here, and then I can choose a different type of format, such as how I would like to visualize. Here I select the table, and you can see that we have a country here, we have a first name, and then a sum of total spend. So this is a spend for Amir, and then this is for Charlie, Grace, Ian, and then this is the total. So it will automatically perform this report for me. Also on the right side here, you can see that rearrange data. So you have country, first name, and sum of the total spend. If you want to add more columns or something like that, or change that, you can do that easily. So, or you can select from here as well. So you can keep selecting or add data, and then go from there as well. So you see that I have an option to just select from here, or I can add from here. And now this is creating this entire information. Now this information looks fine, and I can go ahead and share with other people, and this is going to give me option who I would like to share, and or save it to the workspace. So I can maybe go to the sales workspace, and then save and share. Now that I just close it now, and let's go back here, and let's explore some more charts here. You have also the tab called sort here. You can sort by country, first name, or whatever the name. Let's say we sort by full name, and that will do it. Let me delete this for other columns such as first name, because we have the full name already in this one. So last name as well. Now I'm left with the country, and then the sum of the sale amount and the full name. Now in case if I will go to the clustered column chart, I want to see that information right there. So this is my country on the x-axis, and then I have this different names, and you can see those values right there for different And here, let's say if I want to go with the pie chart, I can go with the pie chart, and it is dividing according to the name right here as well. This could not be the best depending on the data, and that's fine, because you choose the data or the charts that works according to your data. So you can see here right now also I have divided with the you have country, and then you have names and total spend. So here are many different types of charts available for you, and you can choose what works best for you, and according to your data types or the needs. So this is just if you want to add a filter here, that's also available. So let's say in this case, if I'm interested in full name and I want to select only two name, I want to say Amir Smith and then Grace, then I can apply, and now it's going to show me the chart for only two names. So this is wonderful to create quick reports and share with other people, and this will you can have clear all, and then start over. You can undo if you want, and then you have save as well, or save as a report. So both options are available to you. So let's close this, and now don't save. And what other options we have here? You see that I'm selecting data from only one select query. And one of the thing right here is a copy. So once you run your query, you can go to the copy here and see there are three options available. You can copy results with column names. If I will hit copy results with column name, it's going to copy the entire data and then give with the column name. I have opened a query here. I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to paste the results here, and you can see, or I can paste in my notepad here. It looks like it's a tab delimited. So if you have files, something like maybe CSV file, you can create by using Excel, and then you load it in other places if you need it. Now that's fine. And now what I would like to do, if I will go here and say copy results only, then no column name will be copied, and just the data will be copied. The same way I can go ahead and say copy column names, and then I can just paste it there, and it is going to give me the only list of those columns. So this is wonderful because I often need this type of information. Now if I have more queries here, so let's say if I have a select asterisk from dbo.orders. So if I execute these both queries, what's going to happen is going to run both of them. So here are the results of a first query and call results at one. And then if I want to check the results for this query, I can go to right here in the drop down and say result 2. And now this is returning me all the output of this second query. So this is helpful, and I think you can use I would be curious in this case. Let's say if I will take this and go to SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, and see if can return both of them in parallel, because I have I want to, let's say if I want a comparison on top and bottom, they should be do that, but this is one of the feature I have here, so it's okay. You can switch between the result set. So now we are connected with the SSMS. This was not part of the demo I wanted to perform, but this is just I was curious, like if I can do better instead of this query window in SSMS. SSMS is a SQL Server Management Studio that is used to connect to the SQL Server, Azure SQL DB, and Synapse dedicated SQL pool or serverless SQL pool, and also you can use for the Fabric warehouse. So this is great as I run to both queries here, and this SSMS SQL Server Management Studio show me both of the queries. This is wonderful. So in case you are struggling with me and I don't like this, especially the query window here, you can always open SSMS and work with that. Now what else could be there? Let me see. So one other thing, you can use the key shortcut keys, and that should be just fine. Just the normal shortcut keys you have that you can use. So let's talk about Control F, and then we can do Control F that you want to find something. And in this case, let's say if I'm interested to file country, so it is showing me country. This is very helpful when you have hundreds of columns and a lot of more queries. So you can go down in the next match and all that, so it will keep finding for you. You can do also Control H, and that will find, so you find and replace. So there are a lot of shorts. You can Control A to select everything, Control C to copy, and then you have Control X and all those available as well, like paste, and or Control V. So also one more thing, you can click right here, and then you can go to the command palette, and you can look for a few things here. Let's say if I want to zoom in or zoom out, so that's also available, and here you can see that now it had made small. I wish there would be better ways to do this, but anyways, this is fine. So zoom in, and how many times I will zoom in? Many times, and then probably zoom in. Or you can press F1, and then this will open command palette, and then you can choose from there. So you can see there is a lot more information available for you. You can go to the different things here and take a look from there. So I hope this video is helpful, and I'm sure you will explore a lot more features of this query window and different options available here. One of the other things you can see right here, this information is like it provides you a list of the columns, and it also provides you the rows. So that's very helpful when you run some query sometime and you want to see how many rows are returned, and that's great. Also there is a row number right here as well. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.